Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a bonus out of the Park Baseball 23 playthrough with the Washington Nationals. The Americas series I'm gonna put on hiatus. It doesn't seem to be nearly as popular as some of my other stuff, so we're gonna do an extra Nationals playthrough here, and in its place next Friday, so a week from tomorrow, will be Draft Day Sports College Football. This college football season is getting started here in the next, month or so? And I've got that game ready to go. So we're going to be doing a Let's Play with that. It's going to be my first run through with that game. So just sort of bear with me. I'm going to make mistakes, and you guys will have the opportunity to call out those mistakes. But that is what is upcoming on the channel on Fridays. So we're going to have a Nationals video today, and we're going to have a Nationals video on Monday, like we normally do. And my chair's really exceptionally squeaky today. So that is the future of the channel here, or the immediate future of the channel. But right now, it is Friday, May 1st, 2026 with the Nationals, and we are 15-17. So it's been a weird season because it's a little different than what we're used to seeing. We're getting halfway decent pitching, but our offense has been terrible. And we've got good defense. So good defensively, decent pitching, terrible offense, which is unusual for the Nats. We have suffered a ton of injuries. Giovanni Moran has been out for all of the season. We lost Matt Cronin at the very beginning of the season. We lost Danny Kalum earlier in the year. And D. Sclafani is still out with an injury as well. You can see our rotation: Molly, Cavalli, Cease. And we made a trade. You see Matt Manning there. We made a trade. So let me show you the deal that we made, because our pitching was really rough out of the gate. So we made a deal with the Detroit Tigers. We didn't waste any time back on April 16th. So we sent Kobe Mayo, Jesus Luzardo, who is out for 4 months. We picked him up in the offseason. He's going to be out for most of the season. Hans Kraus, who we had just picked up off of waivers a couple of weeks prior to that. And 23-year-old Luis Hirano. He looks like a decent pitcher, 55, 60, 45. He's 23 years old. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have given him up, but I think the return is pretty good. So Ruhano, Kraus, Luzardo, and Kobe Mayo, who, again, he's got some pop, but our offense wasn't a problem. And in exchange, we pick up Ty Madden and Matt Manning. So Ty Madden, swing guy. We have him in the bullpen right now. And he's been absolutely dominant in his 8 1/3 innings, only 3 hits. Can be a starter, but right now we're going to keep him in the bullpen as he's performing really, really well right there. And then Matt Manning, we picked up ground ball pitcher, was 9-10 a year ago, 8-7 the year before that. Has been basically a league average pitcher. With us so far, three starts, he's 0-1. ERA of 3.45, 126 ERA plus. So, captain, all the stuff that you like to see there. So we gave up a lot. I don't want to say we gave up a lot. Really, we gave up Mayo and Ruhano. Kraus I didn't really care about. He was a waiver wire acquisition, and then Luzardo was out for the year. So essentially, Kobe Mayo and Luis Ruhano for Madden and Manning. So we hurt our offense to improve our pitching staff, and that's sort of been bore out in the results. We got Isaac Pacheco playing first base, and he's really struggling right now. So we may need to make a move for a first baseman, but I think it's easier to find a bat than it is to find a solid pitcher at this point. So, so that's kind of where we are with it. Let me just look at stats really quickly. I don't want to go through everything too much just yet, but you can see Christian Pache leading us in WAR, 1.1 WAR. Look at his zone rating through 30 plus games, 7.8 zone rating through 31 games. He's having a historic season in center field for us. Jerstad and Cruz continue to provide most of the power. Juan Soto at 276. I don't know what the deal is with him. Last year and a half, he's been good, but not kind of what we expected out of him. I can't believe I'm, thinking about, is trading him an option? I don't know. But Pacheco hasn't been hitting. Poisson isn't really hitting either. He's playing, again, against lefties at third base. So we have some decisions to make offensively. But again, I think it's easier to find offensive replacements than it is to find pitching replacements. We still have Mullinax, who is in Double-A, hitting the ball really well. The development is continuing to be there. It looks like, maybe he's not going to be quite as good as what we thought when we drafted him, but there's still time. He's only 20 years old. Neebe is continuing to develop. He's pitching okay in high A ball. He'll probably be called up sooner rather than later. And then we got all of our young guys. So, so let's start simming through May, and then we'll do what we normally do. So, game 1, 7-2 loss. Ceases. We win. We got 2 games here, so we win 5-2 in the first game. We get a 3-run homer from Dylan Cruz. Ceases out after 4 1/3. Crochet pitches a perfect 9th. Is there another game this day? It says we got 2 games. Yeah, we do. Okay. What happens in the second game? 7-4 loss. All right, so we've lost 2 out of 3. Lost 3 out of 4. Not a great start to the month of May here for your Nationals. There we go. There's a win. 3 hits for Cruz, 2 hits for Soto, 2 hits for Ruiz and Lewis, the top of the order, getting it done. Manning picks up his first win as a member of the Nats. We look for 2 out of 3 in Chicago. We get it, a 9-7 extra inning win. We were down 7-3 going into the 9th. Scored 4 in the 9th, 2 in the 11th to come back and win. Rosario 2 for 6, 4 runs knocked in. Tovar, is that his first home run? No, Drew Compton, who we called up with some injuries, and his ratings aren't great, but so far, small sample size, but 2 for 4 in 6 at-bats with a home run and a double. I'll take it. Molly goes 5. Crochet picks up the win. Madden continues to be fantastic for us. We get a day off, followed by 3 games in Philadelphia. The Phillies are in first place. Right? The Phillies in first place? They are. They're 25-12. All right, so, we might be able to make some ground up if we can win a couple of games here in Philly. And then we got 3 against them next week as well. So, it's a big week for us in the standings. 3-2 loss. Ugh. Let's avoid the sweep, guys. There we go. So we avoid the sweep, win the final game 4-2. We get 3-run home run from Isaac Pacheco. Soto 2 more hits. Matt Manning picks up his second win as a member of the Nationals. Moran is ready to come back. So who can get sent to the minors as my phone is beeping? Onishko is going to go to the minors. He has to clear waivers. Yes, he just got better, though, and he's an extreme ground ball pitcher. I feel like it's Carl Edwards Jr., even though he's been pretty good this season from a overall perspective. I don't think he's let's see, let's go use more often, and we can use him as a specialist as well. All right, so we got Austin now for 4 games. Hopefully we can take 3 out of 4 here against a bad Miami team. Nope, we lose the first one. All right, so we've won 2 out of 3. 4 for 5 for Ruiz. Soto's got that average up over 300. It's a 13-inning game. Cruz goes 2 for 7. Jerstad 2 for 7. Poisson 2 for 6. No home runs, but a bunch of doubles. Cease goes 7 1/3. Crochet blows it in the 9th. We give up 7 runs. We were up 5-0. We were losing going into the 9th inning because of how things went early. So Crochet blew that. So his numbers on the year look pretty bad, but that's because he gave up half of his yearly earned runs in this one game. But the rest of the bullpen was great. Abreu, Moran, Gray, and Madden picks up the win. A win is a win, even though you tax the bullpen a little bit. Game 3 now against Austin. Another win. Lewis 2 for 5. That average is still light. I don't love him in the leadoff spot, but I don't have a lot of options. Soto 2 for 2 with 3 walks. Pacheco has 4 RBIs. Rosario, Poisson each with a couple of hits. Cruz with 3 hits. Again, no home runs, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 doubles. Max Scherzer picks up his first win of the season, coming back home in Washington. I didn't even think about that. We brought Max Scherzer home. He went 5 2/3 innings. Moran and Anderson were perfect for the last 3+. Game 4 against Austin. We're looking for 3 out of 4. We don't get it, and we can't get like a substantial winning streak here. Like we won 3 out of 4 and then lost that one. But it's win-loss, win-loss, win-win, loss-loss. You can see here 2 wins, 2 losses. So we've been a 500 team for almost a month now. Lewis with a 3-run homer, Cruz with 3 hits, Tovar only hitting a $1.62. That's a position of upgrade. Molly a 5.62 ERA this season. That ain't good. Game 4 against Philly. Can we take 2 out of 3 at home against the top team in the East? We can. We win 9-3. A 7-run 6th inning. Gets it done. So Lewis with another home run. Tovar with a home run. Cease goes 6. Has that ERA under 4. At San Francisco now. 8-7 loss. Game 2. West Coast trip, San Francisco and Los Angeles. 4-3 win. So it's been a decent week. We're 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4 in our last 10. So we get the go-ahead run in the 8th. Jerstad hits his 10th home run. He's only hitting .228 this year. Cavalli pitches okay. Game 3 at San Francisco. Can we get the series win? It's all about winning series. We do. We win 9-4. So we're back to a game under 500. We get 3 hits from Tovar, 3 hits, 3 runs scored from Lewis. Manning 3-2 in his time with us. I'll take it. All right, 4 in LA. Let's see how this goes. Looking for a split in Los Angeles, I think. If we can get 2 out of 4 against the Dodgers, I'd take that. We lose the first one. We win that one. So we're back to a game on, again, we're teetering between just under 500 and 500. Lewis with 2 more hits. Average starting to come up for Royce here a little bit this month. Yeah, 287, 306, 463 this month. Still not a great on-base percentage, but again, we don't really have another option. Pache hits a double. Cease goes 4 2/3. Strike walks 8. Okay. Bullpen pitches 4 1/3. Shutout innings. Moran gets the win. Crochet with another save. A win here gets us back to 500. And we get it. We're 27-27. Jerstad 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Poisson with a 5 for 5 game. Let's go. Scherzer picks up his 2nd straight win. Madden gives up a run, but that's okay. Moran has really come in and done an awesome job since coming back. So having him back in the lineup or in the bullpen is fantastic. We look for 3 out of 4 in LA. Can we go over 500? We do. We're over 500, guys, for the first time all year. Soto with his best game in probably a calendar year. 2 for 3, 6 runs knocked in. Pache has his average back over 200. Cavalli picks up the win. All right. So now we're at home against LA. So we go across the country to play Los Angeles, then come home to play the Angels for 2 games. We win 6-5, so we're 2 games over 500 now. 6-5, we walk it off. Cruz 2 for 6, 4 runs knocked in. He's had a nice season. Poisson with his 4th. Manning goes 4, walks 7, strikes out 6. Bullpen does a nice job, though. Garrett Crochet, 2 innings, strikes out 5. I'll take it. Game 2 against the Angels. A 5-4 win. We've won 7 out of 8. It's our best stretch of baseball on the season. So we get the tie-breaking run in the 8th. We get 2 hits from Jerstad, Soto, Lewis, Pache. Home runs from Jerstad, average of 227. He's not having a great year, but Molly goes 6 1/3. It's fine, 6 1/3, 4 runs. And Abreu and Crochet dominant as they've been all year. And we finish up the month of May with 4 at home against the Brewers. 8-2. Kalum is ready to come back. We're going to send him on a rehab assignment, though. No reason to mess with what's been working so far. Keber Ruiz, 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. Tovar, a couple of hits. Pache has that average up to 208. It's his 4th home run. Dylan Cease, 6 shutout innings to improve to 5-2. Game 2 against Milwaukee. I'm sure we're going to have a pitcher get hurt, and then we can slide Kalum into that spot. Another win. Wow. 4-7 in a row. 9 out of 10. Score a run in the 6th. Rosario, 2 for 3 with a home run. Scherzer with his 3rd straight victory for us. Max has won 3 straight starts, or I guess 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. He's still not pitching well, but you're going to win 3 out of 4. We're going to let him continue to start. All right, game 3 against Milwaukee. We win again, so that's 6 in a row, 10 out of 11. 2 hits for Lewis, Jerstad, Poisson, Pacheco. Pacheco hits his 3rd home run of the season. Juan 0 for 1, but walks 4 times. Cavalli gets the win. Bullpen continues to bullpen. And the final game of May is a 5-4 win in 11 innings. So we finished the month on a, 8-game winning streak? 9-game winning streak? 9-game winning streak. We're a half game out of first place in the East. Wow. So we were down 4-0. Scored 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. Walk it off in the 11th. Cruz, 4 hits, 2 RBIs. Soto continues to not get any hits, but he's been on base 7 times in the last 2 games. Home run for Cruz is 13th. Manning goes 5 2/3. Pitches well. Anderson gives up 3, but then the rest of the bullpen is just unreal. So we are 34-27. This has been the best start to the season for us this year. What do we got for player development? James Wood down in the minor leagues gets a little better. Mullinax, he gets better. Chase Shores gets a little better. That's nice to see. He's been going back and forth in terms of his development. Neebe gets better. Murdoch continues to get worse. He's probably a trade chip. This hurts. This hurts. That really hurts. Miller Green. Like the improvement from Cooper Dossett, although he is still only 2 stars. Ty Pete, meh. Yeah, not a whole lot going on here. Rodolfo Baca in the international complex. Player of the month in the AL, Taylor Ward. Bellinger of the Mets in the NL. Pitcher of the month in the, it's Spencer Torkelson in the American League. And Rafael Devers of the Diamondbacks in the National League. Owen White is your pitcher of the month in the AL. Zach Gallen in the NL. Rookie of the month in the AL, Tamar Johnson and Andres Lozano. He was one of those free agent acquisitions. Yep. All right, so it is June 1st. The Nationals are 34-27. 6th in runs scored, 10th in starters ERA, 2nd in bullpen ERA. We definitely could use another starting pitcher. Molly hasn't been particularly good. Cavalli's numbers haven't been particularly good. Cease and Manning have been very good. We could definitely use another starting pitcher. T. Sclafani's down to half a star. All right, well, he'll never throw another pitch for us. Thankfully, our bullpen has been as good as it's been. Our offense is improving. Wow, Lewis up to 361. He had 324 in the month of May. All right. Yeah, I mean, I still think maybe first corner infield, first base, third base, or, I mean, first base, third base, shortstop are really our positions in need on the infield. And then starting pitching is kind of what we're looking for on the other end. So if we look at batters, what do we got on the trade block right now? Not much, honestly. Maybe a Jonathan India. But again, he's more of a second baseman, which is the one position we're actually set at. So we might wait a little bit and see what we can see. I mean, Crone wouldn't be bad if they would retain his contract. Oh, it's 2 years. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and sim ahead in June. And I'll be back on July 1st. And we'll do our July stuff. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. It's July 1st. And your Washington Nationals are in first place. We are 50-39. Half a game up on the Phillies. It was another pretty good month. More up and down, I think, but overall a good month. 16-12 in July after a 19-10 May. Yeah, so 35-22 over the last couple of months. Yeah, I mean, it's been good. We did say goodbye to Max Scherzer. We did waive Mr. Scherzer as he was 3-7 with an ERA of over 6. We put Ian Anderson into the rotation, and he hasn't been any better. His 3 starts have been terrible. So we need to figure out what to do with that 5th spot in the rotation. And honestly, I'm not. And sorry, I got a bunch of text messages coming in. I want to just turn the volume down on my phone. I don't want to jack up the bullpen anymore. I don't want to take anybody in the bullpen and move them in the rotation because our bullpen's been so good. Like I could move Madden in there. I could potentially move Abreu in there, but the bullpen's been so good. I don't want to screw with it. The answer may be Aldo Ramirez. Give him another shot. Like he hasn't been good in his time in the majors either. So that may be something we look to do here in July, try to come up with that 5th starter. Offensively, things have sort of settled down a little bit, tied for 5th in runs scored. Soto's having a good year, up to a potentially 5.8 WAR, are on pace for 5.8 WAR. Ruiz having a bit of a down season. He's on pace for 2 WAR. But again, to find a catcher who can hit and who can field is rare, but we will start to think about his replacement as he's going to be 28 next season. Lewis doing a nice job at the top of the order. I mean, that on-base percentage is pretty bad, but lack of a better option right now. Cruz having a nice season. Not on pace to have quite the power he had last year, but still a decent year. Jerstad is on pace for another 30 home run season, even though the average is super low. So hopefully that increases here over the next few months. Pacheco's come along nicely, up to 239 on the season with 8 home runs. May and June have been pretty good months for him. Been about a 270 hitter over the last couple of months with a OPS of 830. I'll take that. Rosario is another one who's sort of come on as of late. June 287, 340, 468. So he's been pretty good. So it's sort of, and Tovar's been really good, actually. Last 2 months, 284 last year, 250 this month. So the averages are climbing, which means maybe we don't have to focus so much on the infield, and it can be another kind of pitching target for the trade deadline. Tyler Mahle had a really good June. 6 starts, 1.86 ERA. It's brought that ERA down to 4.22. So pitching, again, our starter's ERA is 12th, but we're getting away with it this year. I don't want to continue to try to get away with it, but we're getting away with it so far. Oh, I forgot about this. This is one of the problems when you do this, when you go weeks without playing the game, you forget that you sign players. So we actually signed Brandon Lowe to a minor league contract. Let's put him on the roster immediately. He hit 30 home runs last season for Tampa. He's played 15 games in rookie ball for us. So, yeah, I mean, he's got a good bat against righties. So we can go ahead and where do we want to put him? First base? Stick him at first for now. Yeah, and then Pacheco can play every third and fourth game at third. And then he's better against lefties than anybody else we have out there. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. So, all right. So it's time for international amateurs. And let's see what we can do. We got Luis Campuzano. Wow. 3 great pitches. 80 potential stuff, 60 potential movement. He's a ground ball pitcher. David Heredia looks okay. Luis Guerrero looks pretty okay. But I think it's going to be Campuzano right off the bat. He's glad. He loves our organization. He likes our organization and would love to come play for us. So let's offer him the $5 million and see what we get. Go ahead and get up to the draft. First game of the month is a home game against the Braves, finishing up that series. 15-5. Good start to the month. Jerstad 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Rosario 2 RBIs. Pacheco 2 RBIs. Pache 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Yeah, if he can run into the occasional home run and hit around 200, he's going to be a valuable player. You can see he's on pace for 3 wins with a 650 OPS because his defense is just so good. Cavalli gets the win. 4-game series on the road against the Mets. 7-6 loss. So Campuzano likes the offer from the Reds. That kind of stinks, but that's okay. So do we go after Guerrero? He's not really a center fielder. Heredia. I mean, none of these guys are. I think maybe we go after Herrera because of all of this stuff, even though he may not necessarily be the best bat in the bunch. Offer Herrera contract. All right, we're a half a game out now. We've lost 2 in a row in New York. And we lose Dylan Cease for 8 weeks. That is not good. I guess it's going to be Aldo Ramirez. Yeah, that's not great. So we win the game. I mean, that's a good thing. We just need to continue to lean on our bullpen. Jerstad goes 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Let's go to Ramirez's strategy, and let's quick hook as a starter. Ian Anderson, same deal. Quick hook as a starter. So we look for the split in New York, leading into the All-Star break. We get it. All right, that works. So Lowe with his first home run as a member of the Nats. Goes 2 for 3. Cruz hits a home run. So Jerstad's down to 209, but he's got 23 home runs. Anderson gets pulled after 3 1/3. We turn it over to the bullpen, and they are phenomenal. So smart decision-making there by me. Give myself credit where credit is due. We signed David Herrera, so that's good. High leader adaptability, work ethic, and intelligence. Probably a right fielder. Doesn't have great arm. Doesn't have great range, but has a good arm. Let's look at the All-Star game rosters. Surprised no pitchers. Our pitching staff is so good, but no pitchers. Juan Soto, Dylan Cruz. Is that it? Soto and Cruz? Those are the only 2 All-Stars we have? Nope. Dylan, yep, that's it. Prospect game. We got Longoria. And Mullinax. Okay. Yeah, he's likely to stay in Double-A. Just let that continue to percolate, if you will. All right, so we got a few days until the All-Star game, or to the draft, so let's just sim ahead to that. We're a game and a half out of first place. We're pretty comfortably in the wild card. I'm not sure how many games up we are. We can look in a second, but we are pretty comfortably in that wild card spot. So we got a couple games against Houston leading into the draft. And then we'll see what happens. We will see what happens at that point. So we win 6-1. Rosario, Lowe hits another home run. Cruz with his 19th. Lewis drives in 3. Molly goes 5 1/3, striking out 10. Let's go ahead and just sim this game. 5-3 loss in 10. All right, so we're picking 12th. Mock draft has us taking Steve Arzu, which, I mean, I would be fine with a 5-star pitcher at number 12, but we'll see how it goes. Let's start the draft, and let's just sim ahead. We'll just do a lot of good pitchers in this draft, and Arzu is the best of the bunch. So let's just sim up to our pick. Arzu's still there. We actually have our pick of a couple of 5-star pitchers. I mean, right now Arzu is that guy. We'll see if there are any bats, but right now, new Arzu is that guy. All right, so from a hitting perspective, we got Mike Solomon. He's got pretty good contact bat, decent second baseman. Chuck Bland, very, very good with the bat. Probably third base with those ratings. And he may be the guy because he's from the same place that I live, Wheaton, Illinois. That's where I live. So that may be my pick just because of that. Sergio Rivera wants $10 million. I'm not taking another first baseman. Eric Batanti is the most developed because he's 20. I think it's Bland. I think we go Chuck Bland. The pride of Lisle High School in Illinois, out of Wheaton, Illinois. Chuck Bland is going to be our top pick. And yes, I know I might be crazy for not taking Arzu. OSA doesn't like him quite as much as us. I know we need pitching. Who do they think? They probably think we should take. They think we should take Solomon. I mean, if I'm taking a second baseman, I'm taking Bland. He's clearly better than Solomon. And he almost has the same birthday as me. So that's pretty nuts. High work ethic, high adaptability. I mean, that batting profile is just awesome. 70, 75, 55, 60, 75. Even if he's this. I think we're going to go Chuck Bland because right now our top 3 prospects are all pitchers. We're going to take Bland. And you guys can tell me in the comments why I was wrong, but we're going to take Chuck Bland. We go to our next pick. And we still have our pick of a couple. So Bazu or whatever his name is isn't there anymore, but still some. Whoa. Okay, he's not really a two-way player. He's fragile already. That's not good. I mean, not Omari Charles. It was Rogers. Rogers, 60, 55, 60. He's got 3+ pitches, 80 stamina. That might be the pick. Let's see what's available for batters. So we still... Oh, come on with this draft. Wow. Davin Lavallee. He's impossible to sign. So he'll probably be there with another pick. Sherman Critch, 18 years old. I like Critch. I think we're going to go Sherman Critch with our number 2 pick. Good outfielder, really good eye. I want to take Trusty, but I don't want to get burned on another first baseman. it's Critch. So Lavallee is still there. Nava's still there. Rosas, I think, is the pick. Yep. Ramiro Rosas, an 18-year-old pitcher, 4 good pitches. I want to make sure we get one of these good pitchers here before we miss out. So let's go to the next round. All right, so we got Terrell DeJane, who looks like a pretty nasty reliever. Tim Coker, no. Let's go back to batters. Lavallee's still there. Nava's still there. Because he's impossible. Jabari Nemhard. I kind of like him. I would say doesn't like him quite as much. This is just a nutty draft compared to last season. All right, we're going to take Jabari Nemhard. And if Lavallee is still there with our next pick, we're going to take him. So we'll see what he wants. Joe Metzger. Looks like a pretty good hitting first baseman. We'll take him. Jerry. Another good bat. It's just crazy good offense in this draft. Wow. Any decent starting pitchers left? Chris Richardson. An 18-year-old with 70 potential stuff. Yes, sir. I'm good with that. I don't know that we're going to be able to sign that outfielder, that impossible guy, but we'll see. Dan Ramberger. Yep. A lot of good picks in this draft. Hopefully some of them work out. That's been an issue we've had, is lack of development. High leader, high loyalty, Sam Stachnik out of Gonzaga. Who do they think we should take now? Dan Eisenchenk. That's a name. He's a catcher, high loyalty. Yep, we need a catcher. Said I wanted to start thinking about the replacement for Ruiz at some point down the road. Alexis Morales will work. I don't know that changeup ever develops, but we'll see. Let's go to fielding. It's a really good draft. Wow. Josh Cook. Yeah, he's really good defensively all over the diamond, so we're going to take him. Morales, no. Alpha Polnitz. Sincere Buckhannon. We're going to take him because of the name. That is a meme name, right? I think. Is that what that's called? A meme name? I'm a little too old to understand some of this stuff. Phineas Almog. What is going on with these names? But I'm going to take them all. I'm going to take them all. Individual pitch potential. Let's look for some goofy ones. Pitchers. No knuckleballers. What do we got here? It's a knuckle curve. No. Screwball, no. Circle change. Tim Traver, no. Forkball, Dan Meerman out of Norwood, Massachusetts. Mike Shackelford, no. Splitter. Eric Weldon. He's not bad, but he's already fragile. Sinker. Ken Pryor with the sinker. 18 years old. Sure. I don't think he ever develops, but, you know, at this point, what are you going to do? Svenjob Niklot. Oof, that's a name. I want to take him. But he's so bad. Curveball. Bryson Moore. High ceiling kind or high floor kind of guy, I guess. Potentially. All right, I think we're going to let the AI do the last 3 rounds. Good draft. Good draft, assuming those players work out. So let's see. So that's not where I wanted to go. I'm going to go here. So how much money? So he's only making 2.6. So we'll offer him. So we have $17 million. How much does he want? He wants over 8.5. So if I signed him to like 10, I should still be able to sign everybody else. These guys, I should be able to offer, and then the other 3 players, I should be able to offer what they're asking for. I just can't offer over slot. Right. So I offered everybody. So getting Lavallee in would be huge as a 5th round pick, assuming he wants that pick. All right. So we're 2 games out of first place. We just lost our most consistent starter for the next 2 months. So where do we stand from a trading block? We don't have any money because we just spent all of our money on the draft. So if we find somebody, they're going to have to retain. That's going to be the issue here. These guys are all making too much money. Alcala? Make him a starter? Gray, Jerstad, Manning, Pacheco. Okay, all players I don't want to give you. What if we started with Cronin? Oh, good. Neeby's out for 7 weeks. Elbow tendonitis. That's what we need. Miller Green. I just wanted to see. I knew it wasn't likely to happen, but I just wanted to see. Alcala for Cronin. Let's submit that and see if we get an answer. Sim ahead a day or 2. Almost. Jerstad, Lewis, Abreu. Okay, well, that's not happening. So we're going to have to give up prospect. And we've... Oh, so Lavallee signed. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Espelin's getting better. Wow, okay. Oh, Murdoch got better too, so maybe there is some something there in Jay Murdoch. Yeah, I'm not giving you any of those players. I'll give you a bunch of prospects. So we already had some players sign. That's awesome. Lavallee signing is huge. Rosas was our number 3 pick. Knutson was in the 19th round. Wow. Okay. Everybody 2.5 stars or less gets the treatment. Stashnik will start there because he's 21. I think it's time for Pete to crap or get off the pot, as they say. Chase Mobley, we can call him up at age 20. How's Longoria doing? Not great. So we still have our top pick, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, and 10, all waiting to sign. But that should happen here sooner rather than later. All right, game 2 against Houston, or game 3 against Houston is another loss. So DeSclafani now, we need to do something with him. What happens if we release him? Yeah, let's just go ahead and release him. We'll just eat the cost for the rest of this season. All right, so we've lost a couple games in a row. Not ideal. We got 3 games in Austin against the Parrots coming up. Yeah. All right, so we'll call Cronin up, I guess. And we have an almost trade agreement, and it hasn't changed anything at all. All right. So okay, so Bland signed. That's good. We'll disable. Richardson signed. We'll disable. I know I shouldn't be doing this from here, but whatever. Who can we give them off of our big league roster that I don't mind parting with? I can't give him Anderson. I need Anderson as a starter now. I may need Gray as a starter now, too. See, he's been so bad, too. Like, negative WAR player. What else is on here? Terrell Cotton, Dane Dunning. Meh. Josh Fleming's a control guy. Maybe him? Retain. You want one of my best players. All right, well, that's not going to work. What if I give you Wood? What if I give you Wood and... What if I give you Wood and... So that's closer, but it's still a bunch of players I'm not willing to give up. Let's try this. Let's see if that works. So we went 5-3 and 12, and we need to figure out what we're going to do with our starting rotation. Onishko's got 30 control, 45, 30. I mean, I guess we go Madden. I hate doing that, but I don't know what else to do, really, at this point. Game 2 against Austin. We just need to continue to lean on the bullpen. 5-1 loss. So we're 2-3 out of the All-Star break. 2-4. And we get a no way. All right. Let's try doing this a different way. So let's offer up Wood. And who else do we have on our 40-man that we're willing? Let's do Wood and Cronin. Let's see what we got. That's it, huh? David Paulino? It's because we don't have any money. That's the problem. Yeah, that's not going to work. Uh-oh. This could be a problem. He makes too much. And actually, he doesn't, but he's going to require more to get, I assume. Yeah, we have nothing that makes it work. All right. Trent Fennell, ground ball pitcher, making the league. Yeah, I mean, he would be an upgrade. What would it take? Yeah, stuff I'm not willing to give you. Okay. What if we start with Wood? Where is he? Is he not considered a prospect anymore? Yeah, come on, this is ridiculous. Clay Holmes, they have him as a starter. 35 stamina says otherwise, but Evan Phillips. Sure. What would it take for him? Somebody I don't want to give you. Come on, really? Here's the thing. Like, if we were a shoe-in, right? If we were a guarantee to make the playoffs and make a deep run, like, I would consider trading one of my bigger names, but I'm not there yet. At least I don't feel like I'm there yet. Garrett Hill, he hasn't been good, but maybe that's just because of where he is. Because they don't want as much for him. Doesn't change things at all. So let's go back here. Let's put Cronin up there. I mean, do we just do this? Kitteridge. Do we just do this? I mean, we just signed Brandon Lowe, and I mean, he hasn't been good. He's 4 for 26 with 2 home runs. I mean, 756 OPS, I guess, isn't terrible. It's better than what we're getting out of Pacheco. I'd rather not give up Lowe if I can help it. So let's start with, let's do the Wood and Cronin thing. Let's submit that and see what sorts of answers we get. So we are 2-4 out of the All-Star break. Trade proposal from the A's. Connor O'Halloran, Jake Madden for Jackson. No. Almost. All right, so we're getting there. Prince Dabosky. You want Prince Dabosky? You can have him. That's a great name, but still. Yep, you can have him. Not that Garrett Hill is going to make or break us, but it allows me to move Madden back into the bullpen. 9-1 win. All right, so we're going to send James Wood, Matt Cronin, and Prince Dabosky to the Tigers, getting Garrett Wood. Extreme ground ball pitcher, 4 decent pitches, good stuff, good movement. He's 30 years old. Hasn't been particularly good in the majors, but I'm hoping that's just the team. So we are going to complete that deal. And we are going to Put him back in, put him on the rotation. In the rotation, we're going to take him out. We're going to put him there. We're going to put Madden back in middle relief, used more often. And we're going to run with this. So we win 9-1 here. 3 RBIs for Soto, 2 hits for Pacheco, Pache, and Tovar. They each drive in a couple. Cavalli pitches 6 shutout. So how long are we without these guys? Cease for 5 to 6 weeks, and Manning is done for the year. All right, so we'll get Cease back before the season ends. Game 2 at home against San Francisco. Another win. Lowe with his 3rd home run. Not hitting for an average, but supplying some pop. Lewis, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Aldo Ramirez gets the win. Final game against the Giants. It's a 3-1 victory. Jerstad 2 for 4. Lowe hits another home run. Hill picks up a win in his debut. I like that. 5 innings, 1 hit. Or 1 run, rather. Okay, we get a day off, followed by a couple games at Austin. We'll get to the end of the Atlanta series and see if there's anything else we want to do to try to improve our chances. It's 4 straight wins. Pacheco with a 3-run homer, it appears. Yep. Molly gets the win. 5-2. Bullpen does what the bullpen does. Game 2 now. Against Austin, we've won 4 straight. Make it 5 with a 10-4 victory. Soto 2 for 4, 3 RBIs. Cruz, couple hits, couple RBIs. Jerstad 2 RBIs. Soto, Ruiz, Jerstad all homer. Anderson gets the win. Madden 3 shutout innings. So that's 5 straight wins. Now we've got a 5 game series in Atlanta against the Braves. We're 3 games out of first place. First game is that's a bad one. Let's not even talk about that. Bounce back though with a 12-2 win. Cruz 3 for 4, 4 runs knocked in. Lowe 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. I'm glad I didn't trade him. Average is light at 238, but he's putting up a 1050 OPS for us. Ramirez with 6 shutout innings. All right. We got a double header now against the Braves, and we lose them both. All right, so we have lost 3 out of 4. Can we win this one? Make it 2 out of 5 in the series? Yep, so we are 2-3 in the series in Atlanta. That's fine. I'll take it. Soto with his 17th. Bullpen continues to get their job. I'm just afraid that some of these guys are going to get hurt given how long, how much we ask them to pitch. I mean, we still just need starting pitching, but the problem is, we're not, they're not willing to give any of these guys up. I'm not giving up Abreu, Jerstad, or Ruiz for Josh Fleming. All right, well, that's all the deals we're going to make. So let's go ahead and sim through the end of the month. We got 3 more games, all on the road, 2 in New York, 1 in Philadelphia. See if we can finish strong. 9-3 is a good start. Soto a couple of hits, Ruiz a couple of hits, Lowe with a 3-run homer. He's got 7 home runs and 12 RBIs in 18 games for us. Cavalli gets the win. Game 2 in New York. It's a 9-8 win. And we can't catch Philadelphia because they keep winning as well. So we're 4 games behind them. Rosario 3 hits, Pacheco a couple of hits, Ruiz 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. Ruiz, Jerstad, and Pacheco all homer. Ramirez, nobody really pitched well in this one, but we managed to pull it out. We got one game left. It's against the Phillies. We are 64-48. Let's see how the final game of July goes. It's a loss. So we're 4.5 games out. Who's in first place? Yeah, it's the Phillies. All right. So player development. Ramirez gets a little worse. Anybody in the minors that we're concerned about? Chris Richardson, we just drafted him. His stuff dropped to a 70. That's fine. 70 is still good. All right. Batter of the month in the AL, Cade Marlowe. In the NL, Christopher Morel. Freddie Peralta is your pitcher of the month in the AL, and Carlos Rodon in the National League. Dalton Beck, your rookie of the month in the AL, and Elijah Green for the Pirates in the National League. So we finished the month 64-49, 14-10, so 3 straight months of over 500 baseball. Can we withstand the losses of Cease and Manning? That's going to be the big question. Garrett Hill has not been good in his couple of starts. Well, he was good in his first start, terrible in his second start. Anderson hasn't been good. Ramirez has been better this time around. We're leaning on Molly and Cavalli for the next 3 weeks until we get Cease back. Offense is fine. Defense is fine. And our prospect pool is growing, which I love to see. So I'm going to keep a close eye on these guys and watch their development. Cooper Dossett is up to 2.5 stars now, so we can probably call him up. Lock him down there. Fuentes is back down to 2 stars. So anybody who drops to 2 stars, I let the AI handle his development. But anybody that's over 2.5 stars or 2.5 stars or over, I try to keep that on my end. So yeah, it's all, low in the minors. Like none of these guys are anywhere close, but it's encouraging. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Let me know what you thought of the one deal we made. It wasn't a major deal, but yeah, we're set up in decent shape. We got tons of fans coming out to the ballpark. 40% bump in revenue per game should give us a nice little bump for our payroll next season. We don't really have any contracts we need to worry about. Oh, I take that back. We got Crochet and Molly. Crochet wants $9 million a year for 4 years, and Molly wants $15 for 4. So those are things I can talk about here over the next month or two. See if I can get those numbers down a little bit. We still have Soto, Ruiz, Cease, Jerstad all locked up long term. Lewis and Pache are going to get expensive coming into next season. We got a couple other players into arbitration, but overall, we're in pretty good shape financially. So that's gonna do it, guys. I will see you on Monday with the end of the regular season and hopefully our first playoff appearance. So I'll talk to y'all in a couple of days. Have a great weekend. Bye.